Okay students, because I'm unable to see you, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to try to explain this topic, this subtopic, parts of the CPU and their function. So the CPU is made up of two main parts. The two main parts are the arithmetic and logic unit and the control unit. And the arithmetic and logic unit, what it does is it carries out all the arithmetic and logical calculations as well as comparisons. Alright, so the CPU, think of it as a big square like this, and it has two main parts I want you to think of at this point in time. The two parts are the control unit and the arithmetic or logic unit. Alright, and this part, the arithmetic and logic unit, it calculates or it does arithmetic calculations and also logical operations and comparisons. Three different things: arithmetic, logic, and comparisons. Comparisons, we do that by using relational operators. You will see relational operators in a little while. Now, the second part of the CPU, the second main part, is the control unit. And the control unit, I want you to think of it as the boss of the show. You know, like a director in a movie. So that's why I put this picture here. It bosses around the data and decodes the instruction. So when data and instruction go to the CPU, the instructions are decoded, and then the control unit, it directs the movement of data around the processor and directs the data or information to and from memory. So that's the control unit. It's the boss of the show. Remember, so far we did the arithmetic and logic unit. That's doing the arithmetic, logic, and comparisons. And then we spoke about the control unit, which is like the boss, directing the flow of data or instructions throughout the computer system. Okay, moving on. So a third thing that I have that is equally important inside of the CPU is that I have what we call registers. And registers are there because the CPU needs to have storage while processing is taking place. Temporary storage, quick temporary storage. So the register is a temporary storage location that holds a single instruction or data item. It is used to store data that is needed immediately and often by the CPU. So now I'm introducing a new picture to you. I have a box for the CPU and it has three things in it: the control unit, the arithmetic and logic unit, and also registers. You don't have to know about these smaller different names of registers at this point in your study. You just need to know that you have registers inside of the CPU. And the purpose of the registers is to provide memory for the CPU while processing is taking place. Alright? So next I have gigahertz. And what is gigahertz? Giga means a billion. So it is the speed at which the processor functions. So your computer, you could tell what gigahertz your computer has. Later on I'm going to show you how to tell, right? But I'm sure you would have heard about gigahertz before. So gigahertz is the unit of measurement of processing speed, and it is billions of machine cycles per second. Giga means 1 billion. Alright, so you could read up here. Kilo means 1,000, mega means 1,000,000, but giga means 1 billion. Alright? So, more than. So, from now on, what we're going to go through is things that you kind of know already. Alright? So from primary school. Now, the more than or equal to sign in the computer is not like what you know in primary school. Right? It is this. Because our keyboard doesn't have that more than or equal sign that you know from primary school, which is just putting a line under the more than sign. So we write it separately in this order. More than or equal to. Now, in your notes before, I now picked up today when I had a class that I had that this is a logical operator. That's not true. This is a relational operator because I use it to compare two things to each other. Alright, so now make sure and have this, if you printed it already or wrote it in your books, change it to relational operator. Next, I have less than or equal to. Same reason, they are separated because we do have that key in the keyboard that you know from primary school. Alright, next I have equal to. Straightforward, less than. Then I have more than. And how you could know the less than is it makes a L. So let me see if I could get, bring up paint. So, paint is not allowing me to, let's see, resize. Still quite tiny. Right, so in paint, I want you to remember the less than like this. If you're making a L, a letter L, the point is on the left side. So it's less than, right? More than is the next way. I can't make a L by making a more than. So I know that this is more than because I'm not making a L. But if it is less than, it's like if I'm making an L. So that's why I brought that up. Okay? So the left side has 3 flowers and the right side has 5 flowers. So this is 3 is less than 5. Moving on. More than. Well, you know that. Not equal to. You know it as an equal sign with a line through it. But that's not on our QWERTY keyboard. So we are going to use a less than sign followed by a more than sign to mean not equal to. Try to remember not equal to. That's when I'm comparing something on the left with something on the right. 8 plus 3 is really not equal to 13 plus 5. It's not the same as. Moving on. Addition. You know these. These are arithmetic or mathematical operations, right? Plus, minus or subtract. But do you know in the computer system, we don't have divide sign. So we use what is called forward slash, right? And in the computer, we cannot use the X to mean multiply. So we use this instead. We use an asterisk. You could type an asterisk by keeping down shift and the asterisk sign. Let me spell that for you. So this is asterisk. A-S-T-E-R-I-S-K. Right? Asterisk. And that is shift and the number 8 produces the asterisk. Right? Let me make this a little bigger. Yeah, asterisk. Okay. So next I have, well, you know I use curved brackets in arithmetic in the form of BODMAS. What I do inside of the brackets would be, what I have inside of the brackets will be calculated before what I have outside of the brackets. So next I have logical operators. So these are the logical operators and they are and, or, and not. Now, and, or, and not, later on I will show you how they are used, right? But I would form what is called a Boolean expression, and that Boolean expression would be evaluated to be either true or false. But I'm not going to go into this class, all right? So next, I have a summary. Mathematical operators are these: plus, minus, multiply, divide. You can include the brackets too, because remember it forms BODMAS. Logical operators are and, or, not. And the relational operators are where I compare two values. So they consist of equal, less than, more than, less than or equal to, more than or equal to, and not equal to. Just as you see here, okay? So that's it for this class. That is what you had to learn. All right, so bye.